Good afternoon and welcome back to Life of a Dev. Today we are going to be going over child commands, which is basically you have a main command that you will be the first one, and then the second argument of the command will be yet another command with its own executor. This is nice so that you don't have to do a bunch of different main commands being registered. You just have the subcommands. And so I went ahead and did everything for you. It's storming really bad outside, so I was afraid I was going to lose power, so I just did it all and figured I'd record the video really quick and go ahead and complete it, but we should be back to normal next week. So what I did here was I didn't change our test command spec at all, but I did create a new title command, which is this one. So you see, just does a check to see if the source is a player, and then negate it. So if it's true, this is going to evaluate to false, and if it's not a player, it's going to evaluate to true. So if it's console or some other command source, it's going to say you have to be a player to use. We then get the player object by casting the source, which we know is a player, so there's no unchecked casting, and then we just send a title, just for fun, and then we return the command result .success. So it's just a really simple command, and since we don't have any arguments, we can exclude the .arguments from our title command spec. So we just put a description, which it's a title command, create a permission, add the executor, and then build it. And so then we move on to creating our top level command, which we have our command spec top command. So we still add the description, we add the permission, and then we do .child, and you put the command spec that you want, and then the aliases. So we changed it to just test, but you could change it to like a list of strings, whatever you prefer. And then you do that as many times as you need to add all the child commands you want. So we just had our test command and our title command, and then you do build, and then you still have to register only the top level command, and that's done with a register that we learned about. So this, which is a plugin instance, the command spec you want, which should be the one with the child commands in it, and then the alias you want to use, which I just made it just TC this time. And that's the only thing I changed for this. So we'll load it up on the server and we'll hop over there, and then we will see it in action. Hello and welcome back. So now we're on our server. We're going to go ahead and test out our commands we just did. So we still have the test command as the base, which you'll see it says not enough arguments. It tells you the option you can use. So we're going to do test. Again, not enough arguments. So then we'll toss in our message. This is a test message. And you'll see it still works the same as before. It's just now a subcommand. And then we are going to try out our title, which is just tc/title. And you'll see this is a title pop-up that we had programmed in. And so subcommands can be used for a lot of things. Normally most places will have them for, like, a plugin will have a set of base commands for the user and then admin commands, and they'll usually make those the top level commands, and then everything they can do be a child command inside of that. So I mean, it has a lot of applications to be used all over. You just gotta go ahead and use it, I guess. But yeah, any questions or anything you want to see specifically below, go ahead and put it down in the comments. And again, I'm sorry, I've been a little bit sick and just the weather is terrible and I might lose power, and I just want to try to get it done before that happens, so that's why the video is going to be so short, but it should be back to normal next week with a good full-length episode. So, I'll see you next time.